Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thanks so much for being here. If you've been seeing 222, or if this reading just happened to find you, or if you have strong Libra in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any of those, it's not a coincidence. Okay, so the universe is asking you maybe to pay attention on this very powerful 222 portal. All right, I just looked at the timer and it was 22. So happy February 22nd. This is about paying attention, aligning, and stepping fully into our highest path. Now, I have our numbers cards out. We're going to use tarot cards, tokens, numerology cards. We're going to go over the angel numbers. We're going to talk about anything I get channeled, like channeled messages, right? And we'll give a little history of that, of the number of two. Not so much the history, but more like, again, the numerology, angel numbers, what they mean. And you'll walk away with strategies for how to take some empowered steps and, kind of dive into the portal ready. All right. So the energy is going to extend beyond today. And this is also going to focus kind of on the energies of the week ahead. All right. So the last week of February here. So stick around if any of that sounds good to you. So we have number 2 here. This is about having talent and being diplomatic, possibly. So number 2 can also have to do with being aligned, right? Think this is especially relevant for Libras. This is partnerships, balance, duality, choices, harmony. Those are all very Libran. So we have 222. We have expansion here and balance as well. All right, with 22 and then with 222. So these are just, I'm sure these are common themes you've heard about, thought about maybe when you thought about 2. But I want to just let you know it's more than just partnerships. All right, this is more than that. This reading is actually going to be more about navigating, personal matters, career opportunities, clear life purpose kind of themes. All right, more about just being in alignment in general. So it's not just about partnerships, relationships. I know a lot of people, when we think 2, we think of that, but that there's way more to it, right? So in one of these cards, partnership, right? So sure, but partnerships can be a lot more than just love too. Harmony, okay, with 22, and then alignment. So really being in alignment, being in harmony, knowing you are aligned with what it is you're supposed to be doing. And I think a lot of us question that on a regular basis. So this is trusting, though, that the seeds you have planted, they're growing, but you have to nourish them with words, with feelings, with action. There's that like release and give it up to the universe, to source, to kind of work its magic. Sometimes it has to do with just needing, divine timing to kick in there too. But we do have to be taking aligned action steps. All right. So let's see what else. What do we have? So stepping into this next chapter, stepping into this week, feeling empowered. Okay. So what is your soul calling as far as your divine alignment? And knowing that you have the power to co-create, right? That's where the number 2 could play in for you. So over the next week or so, the energy of the portal is going to help you uncover anything that needs to be seen, right? Think High Priestess, right? Card 2 in tarot. So trust your intuition, make the empowered decisions, take the inspired steps, whether it's career, creativity, personal growth. 222 is going to ask you, are you ready to step into this highest form of alignment? And there's that 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands coming in and rewarding perseverance, rewarding taking the stand and not compromising. And they are balanced. It's underneath balance, Let's see what else we have for the Libra Collective. For anyone who found this reading, this could pertain to any area of your life: money, love, career, life purpose, all of that. And then I knew we'd see the 9 of Wands. A lot of the times when we have the 7 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands, and it can be a card of stress, worry, right? Exhaustion. But when it's coming out with that 7 of Wands, it's kind of really stressing the not compromising, taking a stand on something, being resilient, keeping your boundaries. Persistence pays, especially with that new energy we have in this change with Saturn and Neptune. And now, Saturn's going to reward steps you take towards your dreams and goals. Again, planting those seeds, but then also taking the steps to care for them. What else do we have? Maybe you're nurturing something into existence. And we have the 5 of Cups here. So we can't bring that into this, right? That wouldn't be highest alignment, right? So the 5 of Cups, that again, underneath that I'm aligned, it's, and maybe too, for some of you, you've tried to be diplomatic and you realize like you're just going to have to maybe turn your back on something or someone. It does feel like, I was getting before this reading, it does feel like you're putting something to bed or putting something to rest, like once and for all. Okay, getting some sort of answer. It could be regarding health. It could be regarding a direction, just making a choice, because again, 2 can have to do with choices, right? So, when it's like, it is trusting divine timing, yes, but again, there's more to that, right? This has to be balanced, like anything else. It has to be balanced. A little of this, a little of that. You can't just leave it all up to the universe, right? We have to do our part too. We talk about that a lot on this channel. But for Libra, seeing 222 could be reflecting on those relationships and collaborations, right? So a realignment with career and business partnerships. It could also be, when I look at this 5 of Cups, like just a balance of public versus private energy. And if you want something really fully out there yet. So we're also, just stepping into, when we see expansion and balance, it's kind of like stepping into your personal power and your life purpose from a very grounded place. It's you've really thought about this and you're trusting that intuition, the high priestess kind of divine truth within you. And there's the 8 of Cups. And so we're in eclipse season now. We just had an eclipse about 5 days ago. All right. So for some of you, in order to get in alignment, like I said, you're going to be putting something to rest once and for all, or moving on, going in a new direction. All right. So there's that 8 of Cups. A lot of emotional, maybe possibly, a lot of emotions kind of going on as far as your direction too, which way to go, what actions to take regarding something that has maybe been emotionally burdensome in some way. What else do we have? We don't always know what's on that other side, right? But we have, I'm just taking the top one that I did see, and that is the Page of Wands. And I'm hearing something right now about truth seeking. So I feel as though you're going to find out the truth of something here, right? And that's going to help you make a step in the right direction and achieve something that once maybe, there's kind of this putting any sort of lack of harmony in the past, like to rest, again, it's going into that more just being aligned in general. Let's see what else we have. So with 2s, think of High Priestess. That's a 2. Think of, and that's trusting your intuition. Think of our card, Libra, Justice, right? 1 and 1, 11 is 2. So that's upholding our fairness, our integrity. Think about those boundaries here. And if a line is crossed, moving on. And Judgment being 20, that will be a 2, is it when it's reduced. So that's awakening your higher calling too. Something has felt quite mysterious, and I don't feel it's going to be such a mystery anymore. And look at that satisfaction. So now you have all cups and wands. You have all fire and water. And we are now in Pisces season. All right. So we're taking some action here during this Pisces season, it looks like. All right, what else? So you're being encouraged to open up and embrace the beauty of something that feels right to you. A new contract, a new partnership where you feel powerful, you're powerful, there's peace. You're creating unity between individual ideas and concepts, and bringing that again like into existence. It comes from within, and then you take action. That's like the water, and then the wands would be taking action, right? So you're approaching with maybe a diplomatic stance, right? Because Libras have a really good talent for finding solutions. in an unbiased way. So we're seeing all sides of a situation, right? We're turning around. Yeah, there are 3 cups there, but it's important to turn around and get that other perspective too. Okay. Focusing on what it is we can control, where it is we want to go. And once we turn around and face something and doing that work internally, emotionally, it allows us to break free. Only then can we really be in alignment, right? This is about being guided on the right path, being in the right place at the right time. Harmony in general. We have the Page of Cups, more water energy. This is amazing. So, and I didn't talk about the 9 of Cups much, but that really is a wish fulfillment, and it's falling right underneath that 222 alignment card. This is again about you being guided to whatever's on your greatest, what's for your greatest good. And these wands are letting you know, stay the course, right? Stay the course with this 8 of Cups too, to get to that 9 of Cups. Got to stick something out, maybe, you know. Page of Cups could be a younger energy, but in a general reading like this, I would say it's more of probably a happy surprise, or even a change of heart on something, right? Some sort of change of feeling, possibly. Could be new love. It could also be, making a dream coming true by not backing down either, because I'm connecting it to the wands as well. You're no longer clinging either. This is not a clingy kind of energy. This is more of a surrender and a release kind of energy. I was trying to see my angel number book. Oh yes, we have right here. Okay. So you have the ability to lift up the hearts of those around you like an angel on earth. You were born to shine. And this is the Angel Numbers book by Kyle Gray. All right. It's all about you using your own star qualities, your own abilities. Your intuition is a gift, right? It doesn't always feel like it may be, but what else do we have? If there's been any sort of feeling as though you're blocked either, or there have been repressed feelings, don't be surprised if they come to the surface in order to be cleared. And there's that 9 of Swords. And look at that, our first non-wand or cup card. And as the words were just coming out of my mouth. And then here you have a card of breaking through any sort of issue, pattern that you want to break, a fixed mindset, any of that. This is like, again, if something that needs to come to the surface, we're bringing it out. And maybe you've been losing sleep over something, or you felt hopeless or anxious or something, right? Obviously seek help if you need that professionally. But this is reaching out for help. This is hope. This is, secrets coming to the surface. It can be recovery of some kind. And this is all because you have the intention to align to what will bring you more peace, more harmony. We think of the 2s in tarot. That's, 2 of Cups is soul aligned collaborations, essentially, right? 2 of Pentacles would be balancing work, resources, balancing commitments too, right? Can have to do with decisions. 2 of Wands is that planning, right? I'm just, watering this down for the sake of time. And the 2 of Swords would be, making choices with clarity and with that inner guidance, like that High Priestess. So planning a new direction, making a choice, even if it's difficult, after weighing up options, right? And then moving forward into more alignment, what feels more authentic to you. We have Judgment here. There it is. There is Judgment. So I'm going to cover the bottom here just to be friendly for YouTube. So there's Judgment, and that's one of the cards connecting to this reading. Again, awakening to a higher calling. Something could really miraculously be changing right before your very eyes, too. I do feel that. It's definitely sort of wake-up call energy. Yeah. So we're going to see in this reading, too, where you're out of alignment, what opportunities are opening up. We'll use oracle cards, too, for that. What's going to, what choices would honor your truth? Of course, action steps, all of that. And I'll have practical tips and strategies, too. for you to work with throughout this portal. And again, it extends beyond just today. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, that can be really focusing on building something together. So yes, partnerships, having harmony within those working relationships, teamwork, making adjustments though. I am hearing that clairaudiently, like making adjustments though if needed. Because you could be feeling like a third wheel in something too. We have the Eight of Wands. We're unsticking that energy now with this Eight of Wands. This is rapid action, possibly, or some sort of news arriving. I do feel some of you are getting this spark of hope, this message of inspiration. Whoa, we have a Knight of Pentacles. We have a lot of Knights and Pages, it seems, and then the Five of Wands. So, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Wands. It feels like maybe some of you have been wrestling with the fact that you've been putting more in, and could be in a relationship, partnership, or work situation where you're doing most of the work, and the reward, the payout has been small to nothing, right? You've been the one who's dependable, reliable, having to have that patience, working hard, but it's been a struggle here, the Five of Wands, right? There could be power struggles, but there have been it could also be competition, rivalry, right? But there are some obstacles here that are coming up. They're coming into this energy, and it's kind of with this energy, it feels again High Priestess like, and being Libras with justice coming into this, that energy of High Priestess, justice and judgment that I mentioned. It's like trusting your intuition, holding up the integrity here, maintain integrity as you awaken to something more aligned with your soul's purpose. So this 222 portal is going to invite you, trust the timing, honor your truth, co-create with integrity, especially in partnerships, career contracts, anything involving someone else really, right? Long-term commitments. It's a time to correct course, right? Course correction. It's not chaotic. This is to help you release what no longer serves you. It's freedom. It's freedom. And there's Page of Pentacles. So I get a lot of you are getting a lot of messages kind of that are allowing you to kind of move forward. But it's not necessarily, I mean, the timing's obviously going to vary. We're all in different timelines, right? Of course, in a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest, right? But it feels like there's a little bit of hope coming. And I definitely get when it's relating to health or just abundance in general. So it could be money, but it does feel there's some kind of news arrives, that it's not hurried though. This is something that I feel has been happening beneath the surface for a while. Again, it's very connecting to that inner alignment. Think High Priestess, Two of Swords, right? There are hidden influences, feels like. Hidden influences here. All right, so this could be a breakthrough. Could be a breakthrough, and then we have the Ace of Cups fall out. Okay, so this is some sort of, again, a change of feelings. I feel like for some of you, you're getting a total change of feeling. You're getting just your intuition could be like really, really activated right now too. You could be realizing you need to work with your intuition, maybe even for a job change, or that if you go into another partnership, it has to be someone who gets you on a deeper level, not your typical relationship. Right? It's more, again, balanced. It's more, maybe you're less tolerant of putting up with people's drama. Really, really following your heart, really going after what's important to you and making it happen. So we're going to ask, where are we out of alignment? So inner alignment, High Priestess, Two of Swords energy. Where are we out of alignment with our truth or our life path? What's a message for us, please? Make it clear for our highest, greatest good. If you enjoy this reading, please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, hype. It all helps. I've enjoyed working with so many of you for personal readings, and I am still open to those. Schoolhouseintuitive.com. You can find all the information there. I have Reiki, readings, whatever feels right to you. So we have thoughts. Okay, so this is where are we out of alignment with our truth or life path? And what do we get? We get blooming and thoughts. So it could be a thinking pattern, right? A pattern that needs to be broken. It could also be that we're holding back. Now I'm getting just channeled messages now. It could be that we're holding our voice, we're not speaking. We may not be doing enough, of those kind of co-creation things that we could be doing, which we'll talk about what some of those things are. But this is about not being built to shrink down. We're meant to blossom here. We're meant to become more. There's a spark, right? So there's no more holding back. If something's important to you and it's on your mind, speak it. Get it out. Keep your thoughts positive too, it says, so just in other words, you don't have to always keep everything positive. I mean, that's silly, right? We have a range of emotions, right? And they're not always simple either. A lot of complexity, and things change, energy shifts, right? So, but this is doing the best you can to move past your limiting beliefs and shift your energy to raise your vibration. Forgiveness is coming into play here with this too, either yourself or others. Again, connecting it to that too. A lot of the times forgiveness, I feel that is connecting to the number 2, because it does have to do with, if you felt something was aligned, or if if something or someone or didn't act out of integrity, or if something was unfair, right? Imbalance, that's a 2 connection. If you feel as though something in a partnership wasn't aligned, or maybe you forgive yourself for feeling kind of like out of control of sorts, right? Sorry for the noise. Sounds like someone's snow blowing right outside my door. Sorry about that. But I am going to continue because we're 22 minutes in. What do you know? 22, right? It'll be over in just a moment. Can't help that. Let's see what else we have. Please. Let's get a career calling. So what opportunities or openings are happening in Libra's career or personal purpose area? Let's see what's going on with that. What's up with that? Oh, you got some support coming in. Say yes and options. Okay. Yeah, what once felt like conflict, I feel things are gonna be it's so that maybe there was conflict or competition or rivalry, etc., so that you could discover that, I need to go in a new direction. I'm taking another step. You have options. You're being supported in some way, either feeling as though it's a universal support, or because you have this say yes, or feeling that you can really rely on yourself. That's another partnership. We have another relationship with oneself, right? So after all that transformative work you've done, monarch butterfly there, now maybe you're ready to take a chance and say yes, because you've done the work. And that opens doors for you, Libra. That opens doors. Okay, so that kind of connects to like judgment, 2 of Wands energy. Again, I'm bringing it back to 2s, okay? I'm bringing it back to 2s. I just dropped a card on the floor, and it's the one about awakening your inner witch. So that's another thing here. So again, some of you, maybe you're deciding you're gonna do some sort of work with your intuition, as I had already mentioned. She has candles. Candles have been getting my attention today. So maybe you have something to do with candles, or even aromatherapy, essential oils, that sort of thing. So, okay, what subconscious beliefs or patterns are affecting Libra's confidence with careers, partnerships, etc.? What's under the surface? Please tell us, because we know there's something here as an influence, right? Let's see. Fears. What do you know? Fears under the surface. So this is, some sort of fearful pattern. This is despite how dark things appear, light is breaking through. Be brave and find a way through it. What else is under that surface here that could be influencing Libra's options? I'm hearing too, like just patience, needing to have some patience. Oh, treasure. So there's an unexpected windfall, but it's like I feel like you're not realizing that there's a potential for a windfall. Maybe some of you do, and that's great, but I feel a lot of you may not be feeling that just yet. Because I feel like there's something else that needs to be addressed first, and it feels like a commitment that needs to be brought to completion. Some of you still kind of wrapping up that year of the wood snake energy. Because we're in the fire horse now, baby, right? What else for Libra? Let's get like something about decisions, okay? Think of the Justice, Two of Wands. What aligned? Let me see. How do I want to phrase this? What aligned choice honors Libra's truth and maintains balance? What's going to help us with that? I'm hearing believe to receive. Okay, great. Oh, knowing that all is well. And this definitely makes me think of connection to the divine. It really does. With this is one of those cards in this deck that just every time I see it, like, oh, angels, call upon your angels for support. There's that support. Next to a winged creature. There's another winged creature. So this is everything unfolding exactly as it should be and finding peace and wisdom by accepting what is. So accepting what is, allowing your choice, honors your truth, and maintains balance by accepting what is, being honest about it, being honest where maybe you haven't stepped forward and where you are finding that challenging. But also on the flip side, other side of the Libra scale, right over here, give yourself credit for how far you've come, All right, what action step can we take towards our purpose? Okay, things look foggy. The truth's being distorted. Some of you don't realize you have such a unique gift and skill. It's like you're not ready to put it out there maybe, but and don't make any big decisions. If you're not clear, Libra, no reader should be telling you to do something that feels off to you, right? So always you do your own, you do what you need to do. Some of you need to connect with nature more. Some of you also, I feel, are needing to like let go of like kind of let out steam, get it out, write it out, sing it out, scream it out, paint it out, whatever you need to do. Boogie it out. We have pampering and self-love here, as well as beauty. So, this is, awakening and attuning your heart to love and the energy to connect you to the flow of the universe. Great. We have flowers here. There, again, something with scent or flowers is coming to me. It was even a little bit ago in the reading. So here it is again. Now we have more flowers. Okay. So there's something here too, just about just allowing yourself to have those relaxed moments, those times when you're just still and you're just being. Those are when you're going to get some of the clearest insights. We have beauty here, seeing the beauty in things, right? Libras, we're really good at that. Libras are generally known for their beauty, either themselves or like, on the outside. People think, Libras are definitely considered one of the more physically attractive signs. Maybe you're making money off the beauty industry, right? Maybe you own a spa or something, or you want to help others feel good, or maybe you create beautiful things, art and things. So we have abundance too. So this is another, taking a step towards your highest path is being open to receiving blessings and abundance. Being open. Even if things feel foggy now and you don't know exactly which way to go, at least be open. I wanted to have this be 7 questions, so let's ask 2 more. We'll think of like 2 of Cups judgment. So if Libra follows this path, what will unfold in partnerships and personal growth? What will unfold for Libra in partnerships and personal growth if they continue, being open, taking inspired action? You have a new dawn and spring, a whole new season for you. And check out the golden egg. Look at that. This is possibility. And a lot of the times when I see a new dawn card, I think of like the 10 of Swords and how there's the new day dawning in the background. And I think something has completed, something's maybe collapsed, or you felt something failed even. But that's not living in that despair anymore. This is improvements. This is like the worst happened. The worst already happened is what it feels like here with this. So there's rebirth, okay? There's that phoenix rising from the ashes, okay? This is growth. This is exciting opportunities on the horizon for Libra, for the Libra collective. What else? Let me see. I want to ask another, I want to get out my 1111 deck too, but okay, so some portal guidance, spirit messages. That's like totally high priestess, right? So get us in that high priestess energy. What does spirit want Libra to hold on to during the portal? What should we be leaning into? Let's put it that way. What should Libra be leaning into? What's a blessing? Breaking free. Break free from what's holding you back and move forward. Don't wait for the change Libra created. And they're in water, just like the moon card there that we had, the fears. Break free from those fears and anxieties. Doing the work, you know. You can't just pretend it doesn't exist. We have to somehow figure out a way to move through it, right? And that's going to be on an individual basis. Some of us need to have some important conversations too. Now, I want to give you a few practical ways that you can work with the 222 portal energy. Now, if you're a member, you're going to get an extension to this. You're going to get like a whole 7-day plan of action to take, if you will, with just some recommendations from me. But here are some practical ways that anybody can, again, I wanted 7, so I have 7 ways that you can work with this energy and get the most out of it, really maximize this 222 portal. So we have so we're going to set some soul-aligned intentions. Okay, so focus on career, purpose, partnerships, anything that reflects your highest values. That's step 1. Okay. 2 is you're going to tune in, higher priestess energy, okay? Tune in to your own inner guidance. So you're going to want to meditate, journal, discern the choices that are going to honor balance and fairness, justice. 3, you're going to release some blocks, okay? If you at least have the intention to. So letting go of old patterns, because I'm seeing that 9 of Swords in reverse. Letting go of old patterns, whether it's work, love, collaboration, anything that no longer serves you, you're walking away, right? 8 of Cups. Okay, now we're to the schoolhouse homework portion. We're still going to get more cards, so don't go anywhere yet. Next, force, inspired action. Okay, I want you to initiate projects, proposal, a conversation even. Get an outline, that can help you. Map it out a little bit. So it's initiating things that reflect your integrity and alignment. That's that inspired action. So you're taking any sort of small action, even if it's, again, just writing things out, getting situated there. Number 5, trust the timing. You have to allow divine timing to unfold. We have to do that balancing act of patience with proactive steps. It is key to this new energy that has come in. All right. We've had a lot of astrological changes. I'm not an astrologer, so I'm not going to pretend that I am, but all right. Next, finally, we're going to do number 6. Reflect and integrate. So we're going to think, write down any insights, synchronicities, any wins, partnerships, personal empowerment or otherwise, right? Any career wins, any of it. Write it down. Reflect on it. If you don't like writing, just reflect on it. Or tap a quick note on your phone. You don't have to get out your pen and paper and do your cursive, So, and number 7, okay, we're going to honor our energy and our boundaries. If I want to bring us right back to this, okay, the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Okay, this is telling me that we want to protect our time, our focus, our emotional energy so that we can show up and be fully aligned and balanced and empowered in all areas of our life so that we can have our 9 of Cups, our 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, bringing in that Ace of Cups. Now, the thing with the Ace of Cups is that's great. Aces are great. That's potential. Now, what are we going to do with it? Well, that's when we take those actual steps, right? But a lot of you are getting the wake-up call. You're getting that nudge. Hey, Libra, it's time to move. It's time to do this. Time to change, right? So leave a comment too. I'm not done with this video, but if you want, leave a comment about 222, how it's showing up for you, what you feel it means for you. All right. Again, it's about trusting your timing, honoring your truth, co-create with integrity, it's again, it's to help you release what no longer serves your growth. It's about you getting aligned and, again, you know, being that co-creator. Okay. Now, let's get some 1111 cards. Again, this can pertain to any area of your life, right? Whoops. Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, okay. Again, wake up call. I've said that. Wake up call kind of energy. You could be getting some sort of keen insight. Think about the cards in tarot that have the blindfold, right? Two of Swords, Eight of Swords. Some people in some decks, it's even like the High Priestess. They kind of stress that she's going within. But traditionally, the ones that are coming to mind right now, I hope I'm not missing anyone, but it's the Two of Swords, Eight of Swords, okay? So this is also some of you maybe living in a dream world, a little too much Piscean energy, possibly. Sorry, Pisces, I'm not trying to come down on you or anything. We all need to have that dreamer in us, I think. All right, so some of you actually need more rest because we have that Nine of Swords. What else do we have? Depletion. Again, fatigue here. This is, you need more rest. You need more rest, okay? And you can't just keep giving and giving. When we have the Ace of Cups, I always think you can't give from an empty cup. You also have cards like self-love, pampering. That's so important. And incidentally, actually, this came up in Leo's reading, I think, recently about needing that self-love. So this, when I say, I'm talking about my other channel, okay, Mantic Mystic Medium, that's, you can find your all signs readings there. And if you like an overhead view, generally I do their readings. They're shorter, they're more tarot based, and not as much like life coaching as this. And they're shorter, they're more like kind of to the tarot point, I guess you'd call it. I do share channeled messages still though, and sometimes there's like little teaching things, but it's weekly readings and it's also sign specific and it's an overhead view. So if that's more your thing, great. See you there. We have material abundance. So again, this is the second time you have gift of a windfall, Libra. If you make the most of this 222 portal, there's a good chance you're going to be getting that windfall because you have treasure, abundance. I mean, we're not even talking about the golden egg here with spring and the new dawn. But look at that. It's raining in for Libra. Perfect. This is an investment paying off, some sort of financial improvement. Why? Because you've done the work, or you're doing the work. You're positioning yourself to do the work. Okay. What else for Libra? For Libra. So you have your homework for the week, how to stay kind of high vibing and work with the energy, keep your vibe high. That candle is really kind of all over the place. I guess I had melted the bottom of it to make it stick, but it didn't work. All right, what else, please? So for Libra. Ooh, oh, okay. So avoid being manipulated. Yeah, avoid being manipulated here, or especially when it comes to your own, what I'm hearing right now is your own creative authority. Now, that's an interesting phrase. Your own creative authority and or freedom. Having that freedom to own your work and be your own boss too. And yeah. What else? And also, you know that expression, well, I don't think I can use name brands. I don't know. Anyway, I won't. Don't drink the juice, we'll say. Don't drink the juice. Like what everybody else is, you know, don't allow your you know, other people's drama, not so nice behaviors and thoughts to kind of creep in, right? And pollute your well, right? And you have balance your budget, save money, take care of finances, make wise investments. So again, it's not just money though, it's your time, your energy, your love, your creativity. That's energy, right? It's all energy. It's all energy. We all only have so much, right? All right, let's get you some other cards. Oh, we had one. Okay, we have two. Things are about to be shaken up. Not a surprise there. A new way of life begins and there are brighter days ahead. And how will today shape your future? Oh my gosh, this is great for such a major portal. 222. Yeah. So this is, you have the opportunity to make a difference today in some way. I'm going to get you your angel numbers. We'll get you your animal cards as well. Please, please, Libra, Libra. We have 2 cards for our 222 portal. Positive change, 55. Things are shifting into a positive light. And Libra, as they do, know that you are guided and protected. Angels watch over you with love and encouragement. 444. Maybe that's another number you've been seeing. Fabulous. All right. Anything else? So just remembering, this 222 portal is a doorway for you, Libra, to clarify priorities, sweep up anything that needs to be, cleaned up. I get a cleansing energy with this. Step into your power, your purpose. Step into your truth. Honor your path and take balanced, inspired action. So if you're excited about 222, leave a comment below. Just even 222. Or if you have something you want to share about 222, the angel number, etc., let me know. Or if you know someone with 222 as a birthday, that's a really cool birthday. Happy birthday. And let me get you your animal cards for the week. For the lovely Libra Collective. Again, members, you will have a bonus extension to this that'll come out either tonight or tomorrow morning. And you can get more information on how to utilize this energy there, how to make the most of it. Oh my gosh, this is totally us. Look at this. And we've stepped into the, the fire horse energy, and look, what do we have? We have a horse in front of the sun, our beautiful fiery star in the sky. So there's horse, life purpose, heart chakra, card 27. Embrace your purpose. This is not a time to hold back. Follow your passion and curiosity, and you will reach far. And, ooh, yes, I love this one. Scarab Beetle, card 50, Chaos Magic, Soul Star Chakra. Some of you may be wondering, what's the Soul Star Chakra? Well, that's the chakra that's actually above your crown. Okay, so there are more chakras than just the main ones, right? They're just the main 7 that you know about. A lot of you might know all of them. So anyway, we have what appears to be falling apart is actually falling into place. Okay. New life emerges from seeming chaos. Trust in divine order and timing. You could be feeling there's chaos going on around you in some way, right? This isn't meant to scare you. Again, it's meant to shake things up. Why? For brighter days ahead, right? There it is. That's why. There's a purpose. There's a plan to all of this. And for some of you, there are solutions coming in. You have solutions absolutely coming in. And we have unfolding reality with squirrel, card 42, third eye chakra. Allow your journey to unfold one step at a time. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Trust you'll always have what you need, and trust the timing that you'll have it when you need it as well. That's that. Okay. Anything else? Let me see. I don't think so. I think that's everything for you. So if this resonated, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hype the video. I appreciate all of it. Memberships are open. Personal readings, schoolhouseintuitive.com. They're open. Check out Mantic Mystic Medium. That's the other channel on YouTube. It's at Mantic Mystic would be the handle. And yeah, so thanks so much for being here. Take care.